So we all know that Mark Ruffalo, Bruce Banner, the Hulk, has a tendency to be a little loose-lipped when it comes to things going on in upcoming Marvel Cinematic Universe films. Once again, and I don't think this is too bad, it's an interview from a set visit that the embargo has released on, which means that these articles are okay to be released with Mark Ruffalo. And real quick, let's read what he said, and then I want to break it down because this actually reveals quite a bit, I think, about the film and a lot of things we've been speculating. So real quick, it says, and this is from Mark himself. This is a quote from Mark. It says, "Banner knows probably more about Thanos than anybody." That's straight from Ruffalo. And I think what he means by that is, of course, the other Avengers, not Gamora or Nebula, or perhaps, not Drax, not any of them, but the Avengers on Earth. He's really trying to impress on everybody how dangerous he is. It's a little bit of a Chicken Little. He comes in screaming bloody murder. He's seen what damage Thanos can cause and how powerful he is. The entire group is in disarray, so there's also getting caught up on what's happened here. Oh, okay, so with Captain America Civil War. He's trying to get them to transcend their differences and impress upon them how much danger they're actually facing. Okay, so Banner doesn't know about everything that has gone down between Cap and Iron Man and the fellow Avengers. So he's trying to get them to put those differences aside and focus on Thanos, a big danger that is coming. And I don't think that's going to be too much of a problem. It seems like those differences were already put aside, in my opinion. At the end of Captain America Civil War, we see War Machine over in Wakanda. Black Panther, T'Challa, Black Widow, they were on Iron Man's team, and now they're with Cap. So I think that they're already mending. I don't think that's going to be much of a problem. We know Vision is going over to Wakanda, I believe. I think that's going to be a big third act kind of thing. So in terms of Ruffalo saying that Banner, the Hulk even, is terrified of Thanos. And some people have been saying maybe it's just Banner, not just the Hulk. No, I think it's the Hulk. I think this shows, because we know that Hulk was Hulk. On that ship that Thanos... so Thanos shows up at the end of Thor Ragnarok in that post-credit scene. So it's pretty clear that what happens is Thanos shows up. I think he whoops Thor, whoops Hulk. Hulk somehow ends up crashing back down to Earth, where he then turns back into Banner, and it seems that he crashed into the Sanctum Sanctorum. We get that from the trailers. And also with these comments, that seems like that's what happens. So I think it's safe to say that both Hulk and Banner are terrified of Thanos and his power. And another thing to add to this that some people have been theorizing, I don't know why Banner may be afraid to turn back into the Hulk, because he was afraid to do it in Ragnarok, and now... but he did anyway, and then he stayed Hulk. So maybe he's still scared to turn back into the Hulk again. I think it's pretty safe to say that he is going to be in that Hulkbuster armor, and then in that scene in the trailer where the Hulkbuster armor is just getting attacked, I think we're going to get to see Banner turn into the Hulk from inside the Hulkbuster armor and go full-fledged Hulk, because we know Hulk is in Wakanda as well, but we've also seen some scenes of the Hulkbuster landing in Wakanda, and we know that Tony is elsewhere. So I definitely think that that is Banner. Now, the other thing I want to touch on that I mentioned in the thumbnail, I think that when Tony Stark is saying, tell me his name again, it seems he is in that uniform that is in... that he's wearing when he meets Doctor Strange and all of that in the Sanctum Sanctorum. I think he is most definitely, my prediction, saying that to Bruce. I think he's having a conversation with Bruce. Tell me his name again. I think that is a scene where Bruce is telling Strange, Wong, and Tony Stark what has happened and who Thanos is. I think when Tony says, "Tell me his name again." I think he's talking to Bruce. I don't think he's actually talking to Gamora. I think that scene with Gamora is in another place. Now, that's not for certain. We'll just have to see. We know that Tony and Gamora are interacting in this film, I believe, because Tony and Spider-Man and Strange, they travel elsewhere and they team up with the Guardians. So, did I say in Spider-Man? Tony, Spider-Man, and Doctor Strange, they go and team up with the Guardians. And seems like that's going to be on a different planet. But I think that scene in this new trailer where Tony is saying, "Tell me his name again," I think he's talking to Bruce. I think that is the scene where Bruce is saying everything that has happened, and they're having a little bit of a catch-up. And then I think that's when Thanos' ship or portal, that spinning thing, I think that's when that shows up, and Tony goes, storming outside the Sanctorum and puts on the Iron Man armor, and then Spider-Man swings in and all of that. I'm pretty sure that's how that pans out. We'll talk about that some more in my prediction video. I'm going to do a big prediction video before Infinity War, listing all of my predictions from recently and the past months, predictions that I still stand by that I definitely think are going to happen in the film, and then we'll do another video after Avengers Infinity War, seeing what actually happened. So yeah, I definitely think that's how that's panning out, as I kind of recreated in the thumbnail, and I think it makes perfect sense that he's scared. I mean, yes, the Hulk is powerful, but Thanos has an army. Thanos has an Infinity Gauntlet with Infinity Stones and gathering more. He knows what is coming, so I think that makes perfect sense. So yeah, let me know in the comments below. Do you agree with me about when Tony says, "Tell me his name again," that he's actually talking to Bruce there, and we had some like trailer editing kind of trickery going on in that trailer, that he's not actually talking to Gamora in that scene? And let me know, who do you think Gamora is talking to? So, because that's something that needs to be addressed as well. Let me know all of that in the comments below. If you're new here, please do feel free to subscribe and join our Bell Squadron so you don't miss a thing. I also had to reach around for it. It was under my microphone. These Avengers Infinity War bracelets with youtube.com/Colton, though. On the flip side, if you were interested in getting one of those, feel free to check out my Patreon. My name is Colton, and I will see you next time. Bye.